Hello, right, a quick update. I was going to do this tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. I was going to do this tomorrow, Homebrew Wednesday, but turns out the wife's not very, she's not feeling great, so she's gone to bed. She said she's just going to go to sleep. So I thought, well, why not use the opportunity, come down here. I'll make the video today, maybe she's feeling better tomorrow, so we'll see with that. So anyway, quick update on 3 of the beers that I've recently brewed. So, and some other bits and bobs as well. But, right, so beer number 1, bear with me a sec. Beer number 1 is the Bock. Literally just poured a drop of that out of the keg. That was kegged yesterday. Just finished. I put it on 35 psi overnight. Not clear, obviously. It's only just been kegged, as I say, yesterday. Lovely sort of malty smell that you'd expect. Sort of, maybe sort of stone fruity aroma, maybe. Really lovely, sort of exactly what you kind of, smooth, malty. A little bit fruity, sort of the, I can't even remember what I've put in there, the malts and stuff. I haven't got the recipe with me, so, Bock, oh, hold on a minute. So, Munich, Pale, Carapils, a bit of Pilsner, and Special B. So that's what's gone in there. There wasn't any Vienna in this recipe. I think there usually is, but no. This time when I did all the malts, it was those floor malted malts. So supposedly the sort of premium good ones, but that's a lovely beer, that one. So beer number 1, that's the Bock. As I say, kegged yesterday. Beer number 2. This one here, which is the Belgian Double. So if we show you next to each other, they're obviously both dark beers. This is, I don't know how it comes on camera, this is sort of really dark, this is sort of a light brown, maybe copperish you can sort of call that, but that's proper dark. This came out at about 6.2%, this is 6.8%. So got some sort of like, heavy beers on tap. This one, the smell of this, I get sort of really plum sort of smelling. Really sort of that kind of almost licorice a bit. Yeah, sort of like that dark, deep, strong stone fruits. Yeah, sort of like that real distinctive Belgian sort of flavour that you get from when you, okay, it sounds ridiculous when it's a Belgian flavour, but what you'd expect from having Belgian beers. Really good, really tasty, loads of character in that. You couldn't drink a lot of them, I don't think. It's quite a distinctive taste. Those Bocks, I think you can knock a Bock, Knickerbocker Glory, whatever you want to call it, but you can knock back a few of the Bocks, you couldn't knock back many of them. It's a real, I think a lot of people wouldn't like that. I do. Again, it's very smooth. Now this one, I massively overcarbed. I did the traditional kind of, again, I was sort of like not burst carbing it really, but carbing it overnight. So sort of leaving it, but putting it on a really high PSI, again about 35. Did it one night and tried it. It was like a bit low, so I did it another night, tried it, left it for a bit. It still quite worked there. I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it just overnight and I'll stop it in the morning. And this was on a Saturday night, last weekend I think. I put it up on Saturday night. Sunday we went away for 3 days and I completely forgot to turn it down again. So it stayed on 35 psi for another 3 days. I was pouring it, and it was literally, you probably won't be able to see me, I don't think you can hear me. I was pouring it and it was like, it was head up to here. So what I did, I pulled it out, I took it out, left it out of the fridge, left it in the shed, sort of like a shed temperature, room temperature. I rocked it back and forth a few times, degassed it, rocked it, degassed it, left it out, literally even out overnight. Coming in, you can just degas it again, just like it just sort of like escapes into it. So I did that for a few days. I've kind of got to a point where it's okay. Again, I may have taken it a bit too far the other way, but I don't want to mess around with it now. So that bock does need a bit more time, I think, a bit more carbonation. So this, I'm going to whack it on again overnight, probably for another 24 hours, and I'll see how that comes out. But again, it doesn't need to be overly carbed, so maybe put it to 30 overnight, sort of thing. So, but 2 really nice beers, very happy with both of them, how they've come out. Now, the one I'm not happy with, that I've tried and I've persevered with, but I just think there's a problem, it's this one. It's the Kolsch. It's still not clear. That's not a problem. It just, you know, if it doesn't clear, that's not a problem. But straight away you pour it, go on those. It's like really, really strong, almost caramel. And I think it's just diacetyl. I think it's just like masses of diacetyl in this. Unfortunately, I don't know what's gone wrong. I don't know what's happened. Obviously something with the yeast. I tried to sort of like convince myself that it was, oh no, it's like a nice sort of honey flavour that it's got or something, and it's like, it's not unpleasant, but it ain't right. So unfortunately I think that might end up getting poured, which is a real shame, obviously, but you know, there you go, c'est la vie, you live and learn. You know, sometimes it just doesn't go right, does it? So 2 good beers, 2 not so good beers. Other things I've got on, so today I've had a delivery from Malt Miller. Who else? We've got East Kent Goldings and Chinook. Both of those, along with this Imperial Yeast Pub, is going to go into an English bitter. I looked at, I haven't done a good bitter for a long time. I looked at a few sort of like variations of things that I could try. The reason I went Chinook and EKG obviously is, you know, well known for being in bitters. Chinook, I went with that because I saw that the Ansbach and Hobday ordinary bitter uses Chinook in it, so I was going to give that a try and see how that comes. That will end up on one of the hand pulls. The other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to brew a decent porter. The last porter I've got down here is very, very mundane, it's okay, it's not horrible, but it's nothing special. So I'm going to have another go at putting another porter on, and I wanted to do the Spellbinder, which is Andy Porter's from Elusive Brewing, his recipe. So I went on the Malt Miller to buy the recipe, couldn't get it. So what I've ended up doing, I've got down here, I wanted to replace my, so basically if you go on the Malt Miller, it tells you the recipe, it tells you what they're going to sell you. It's Golden Promise, it's chocolate, it's all sort of like bits and bobs like that. So I need to replace my Golden Promise. I've got a 25-gram sack of Golden Promise down here. I've got, that's carrot peels, that's something else, carrot gold. I've got some, what's this? Some malted oats, some chocolate malt, some What's this? Some brown malt. I've got in there, I think I've got different kinds of, there's a light crystal, a dark crystal, and golden promise. So all of those along with some coffee is going to make us our Spellbinder porter. I'm also going to do a pale ale, my normal pale ale. So I've got in here as well, I've got Cara Pils and Cara Gold, which tend to be my go-to, along with Golden Promise again for my pale ale. But I'm going to do it with Idaho 7, got a couple of packs of them, and Cashmere. Again, that was something I saw online actually. I was looking and saying, well, Idaho 7, let's go Idaho 7, what goes with that? And Cashmere. Since seen Rick Shaw's video, and Rick Shaw's talking about on the Hop Edition podcast, they're talking about those both going, Chris was saying they both go very well together. So it wasn't because of them, it's just a coincidence. I happened to think that that was, or I happened to Google it and it said that those were good ones. I thought, yeah, brilliant, no, let's go for those ones. So those are going to be done. The other thing that came in delivery is, got some more tubing. Just back there, you might not be able to see it, some of the tubing that I use. Some of it's got brown and that from being used too many times, so I thought I'd replace some of the tubing. And one of the big purchases, a new pump. I've got two of these down there. One of them was just, for the last few brews, has played up something chronic, and I still don't know why. I tried buying a new one of these. This is the old one, the Impaler. It's inside it. You might be able to see how that sort of like got really, this is the old one as I say, it's got really sort of like swollen. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not spinning properly, and it's not that at all. So I've replaced that. So I've got another one of these off AliExpress, put it in it, still just doesn't like it. So I don't know what the problem is there. The last brew I had to keep undoing, so essentially what I end up doing is to unscrew these, taking off the head, and sort of like till it starts spinning. Once it starts, it's okay, it's going, but it literally just stops again next time you use it. So take these off until it goes, and I was getting hot wort all over my hands and all that sort of thing. It wasn't good. So I thought, right, no, sod that, let's get a new one. So got a new one of them. I've got to get that on there and get that wired up to the craft beer pipe. But yeah, so that stuff is going on. This Friday, I am going to London Craft Beer Festival. I hope that there's some people that might watch these that I will see there. Really looking forward to it. I do every year. You know, go in there Friday morning, start off at Wetherspoons, have your breakfast. It's like a ritual. You know, we all meet up. We walk down to what is it, Tobacco Dock, and just have such a great day. We really do. It's lovely to see some of the people that, you know, you converse with all the time on Facebook and Messenger, and see them through YouTube and stuff, and to meet up with them in person, it's always really, really good. So I know a few that are going. I know there's a lot that aren't going this year. So many people haven't got money. I understand that. So, but no, it'll be excellent to see some of the guys and sort of meet up with them and have a great day and knock back a few sort of craft beers. So yeah, looking forward to that as always. That will be Friday. I might try and get a little bit of footage. I'll sort of pack me charger with me so I can get something on the phone and stuff. But truth be known, it's probably going to be few and far between of doing that, or you might get some in the morning and then it will just disappear because you just get drunk and forget to do any more. Anywho, that's it for now. Cheers. Good beer. Good beer. Never mind. You live and learn. Cheers guys. I'll see you later.